What up, shitbirds? Today's Sunday. Lazy day for most people, including myself. I'm sitting here in a robe. Still haven't showered. Haven't done much. But it's football day. If you're a Packers fan, you can go fuck yourself. But more importantly, today I have a very special guest. A lot of you know him as Zach. Some of you know him as Tommy. But Vardaman's here. And he is, if you don't know him, he is a freshman football coach at Maryville. He's a youth pastor for I'm not sure what church it is. It's a church around here in Portage. He does like 18 to 30 year olds. He's a dad. He is a husband, and he is just an all around good guy. And I mean, we had some really interesting talks, and it was just fun. I haven't seen him in a while, and he had a lot to say. So I hope you guys enjoy. I hope you listen. You leave comments, suggestions, share if you can on Facebook, like it on SoundCloud. I'm thinking about making a Twitter for this podcast. So if you think that's a good idea, or you have any other recommendations, just please shout out. Give me your thoughts. All right. You guys have a fantastic day, and we'll see you in the podcast. I got Conor McGregor himself, believe it or not, Tommy Vardaman, Zach Vardaman.
Let's go.
How was work, dude? I mean, not work. How was church?
I was good, man. I really enjoyed it.
You just gotta act like this little thing's not even here.
I know. Just got in from Ireland, working on a deal to fight Nick Diaz.
Yeah. Wait, so you still go to the same church, don't you? The one on Central?
Yeah.
Now, do you just still do like you did youth pastoring, didn't you? Do you still do that?
I did. I did that in California. I was a junior high pastor, and then here I just do like a young adult Bible study. Mm-hmm. Nothing like huge.
Do you like it though?
Yeah, it's definitely my main passion in life.
How are the kids? I mean, I'm assuming they're like younger, right?
The ones in California were middle school, and then here in Portage we do young adults, so like 18 to 30 year olds.
Really?
Yeah, and so we just meet in a house. And
I don't know if 30 is considered young adult.
Yeah, I know.
I guess it is, but
there was a bunch of people in the church that wanted to come, so we kind of extended it.
Sure. That's cool though, man.
Yeah.
I mean, you've been doing it for a while. Mm-hmm. What do you exactly do?
Now I
at the Portage one. What's the difference between what you did in California and what you do here?
So just the age group. And it was more like structured out there. I went out there to pursue that, and I had like 16 middle schoolers, which really changed my life. It was cool going from preaching to adults to middle schoolers, simplifying things. It's crazy what they go through. I remember there was this girl. I could tell stories, right?
Tell whatever you want, man. Cool. You can say whatever you want to say.
There was this little girl when I first took over. She like hated me because she really liked the other junior high pastors.
This is in Cali?
Yeah, in California. It was a place called Modesto. They're actually the #1 in the nation for car theft. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I've heard of Modesto. I don't really. Yeah,
it's right by Stockton, where
so you're really getting into like.
It's very hood and stuff. But the church I went to had 7,000 people. Mm-hmm. The youth group had 700, and so my middle school group had like 16. And this girl, she just was going through a lot. And I remember I preached one time about Jesus, and it really changed her life. And after my third week there, she came up to me and she gave me a razor blade, and she gave me a note, and she like ran away. And that night I read it, and it said, I didn't grow up with a dad. I have 2 moms, and I've always wanted a dad, and I consider you my dad. And a couple days ago I considered killing myself with this razor blade, but I wanted to give this to you. And she's like, thank you for changing my life. And so
damn, dude.
It's just like that's what I live for. It was
just like touching people, I guess.
Yeah, it was really cool because
doing your day by day.
Jesus really changed my life, and I just want to give back.
Well, that's good, man. I mean, I'm glad you believe in something, and I'm glad you got the. I'm sure there's like, I know it's just one story.
Yeah.
And I'm sure, but that's the one that you like really sticks out, I guess, all the time. Do you think about that a lot?
I do. There's quite a bit of stories like that, and like I said, those are my go-to. Christianity, it's almost like football for me. Yeah. Like I play football because my experiences, I love it. I'm passionate about it.
Well, you coach too.
Yeah, I coached at Maryville. That was fun. But I play football because my experience is not because I sat down and I read, the owner's manual and, the rule book and things like that. Like, and it's the same thing with like my faith in God. People, they point out things in the Bible, and there's things that are just beyond me that I don't understand. I'm still trying to understand, but sure. I always go back to my experiences with God. And
yeah, man, I think there's a lot of things that happen in like everybody's life that you can't really explain, and I think everybody has their own way of I don't know, I guess pointing to something or look into something, and whether it's God or someone or something or whatever it is. I just think it's good to have something to think about and I guess you could say believe in. Yeah. I guess you could say that. I guess it's just good to have something
that drives
something to look
you.
up to. Yeah, just faith in at least something. Because I think that's what keeps people going.
Gives you purpose. Yeah, like even when it came to football.
And even if it's not, I want to say, even if it's not like God, or even if it's not like someone, if it's something like football or something, and you're like, well, I want to do this for football, or I want to do this for like, like podcasts or something, or family, whatever. If you have something to look forward to every day, man, I mean,
pursue it. Yeah.
I think that helps get you up in the morning and kind of helps get you going, really.
Absolutely. And that just so happens to be my center point. God, like even when it came to football, I don't think I would have excelled like I did. Like getting all state every day. Like I'm like, God, this is for you. Like I'm gonna go all out. You giving me this ability, I'm gonna go all out. Yeah. And if I didn't have that motivation, like God, I'm gonna go all out for you, I would have just sat back and probably would have been average. But I put work into it and it paid off.
So you don't coach no more?
I coached this year, and
are you done or what? Why? Weren't you coach of the year or something?
No,
I thought you got coach of the year or something like that. No, is that JV or was it?
I coached freshman.
You coached freshman?
Yeah, and then
you liked it though, didn't you?
Oh, I loved it.
Because last time I seen you was at Berto's wedding.
Berto's wedding, yeah.
Besides that, dude, it's been a while.
Yeah, it has. I really enjoyed coaching. It's always been a dream of mine to be a football coach, even to be a teacher in a school. But I don't want to do that college thing, so I'll probably never be a teacher. But coaching was incredible. It was a lot harder.
Yeah, but you are a teacher if you think about it.
Yeah, for sure.
You church.
Yeah,
you teach kids about what you want to teach them about.
Let's go. Yeah. But it was fun. It was a lot different. Coming from Portage, a very diverse school. Maryville's it was like 90% African American. Yeah. So a different culture. They didn't really trust me at first.
What, Maryville?
Yeah. Some of the kids, they just seen me as some scrawny guy, like
scrawny white
guy,
dude looks like McGregor.
Yeah, and so everybody calls me McGregor. But I earned their respect. I was one of those coaches that don't just talk about it, but I would go in with them and I would actually defend against them, and whenever they would oh, coach, I'll burn you. I'll show you up. I would actually go in there and stuff them and stuff. And
good, dude. That's what I think a lot of places need too.
Yeah,
just coaches that are active with their kids, I guess.
And so that was fun. I don't know if I'm gonna do it again. It's a lot harder with a family, and
I bet, dude. Well, how old's the kid? How old is he?
3 months. Yeah.
He's so big, dude. How much does he weigh?
He's
it's unheard of to have. I feel like to have a baby be born at what? What was he? 10 pounds?
Yeah, little Goliath.
Oh my goodness.
He was in the 96th percentile of his age group.
What does that mean?
No. Out of all the kids on the earth, he's bigger than 96% of them.
God.
And he's not a fat
big
baby.
Kid. No, he's not. He's just a big kid.
Yeah, he's just a monster.
He's just a big kid, man.
And
that's cool though.
Even when it comes to sports and stuff, I feel like one day he's gonna come up to me, Dad, how do I play linebacker? And I'll be like, I don't know.
Yeah.
How do I play first base? I don't know. I played those fast. I don't know.
Maybe he'll I don't know. You never know. He might slim down, or he might. I don't.
For sure. I'm just taking it in. It's just awesome to be a dad and seeing him grow. And at first I was
What was it? Yeah, I was gonna say, what is it like when you got the pregnancy test and you're like, oh man, was it like that, or how was it?
It was actually exciting because we were like, me and my wife. She's just incredible. She's from Georgia.
Yeah, I know. I met her. She's funny, dude.
Dude, it's hard for me because I'm used to like being like the funny guy, and she's just a lot funnier than me. And I've learned to accept it and everything like that. So like if you hang out with both of us, I'll probably like not talk much and just laugh because she's just very funny. But she's just awesome. She's an awesome mom, and
that's awesome.
Yeah,
that's cool, dude. I remember she had a little sling on him with the baby.
Yeah,
carrier.
the baby sling. That's the best part about being a dad, having that little backpack in the front and looking like you own the place. Look at my baby.
That's cool, dude.
Yeah.
How long were you in Cali? I don't remember. You were gone for a while.
Yeah, I was gone. So I went to college for a year. It was called Indiana Wesleyan.
Yeah, I remember that. School. I remember you always talked about going there too.
Yeah, it was awesome. One of the best experiences of my life. Just being around, like 4,000 people that love Jesus, and it's just like, I don't know, it was life changing. But then I went to Alabama for 2 years, and I got to go to 40 states while I was there, and then I moved to California it was 11 months. No, it was 16 months.
California for 16 months?
Yeah, I was out there for 16 months.
And it was next to, what was it called again?
Modesto.
Modesto,
just south of Sacramento.
I think my stepdad lived there, actually.
Really?
I really do. Because I remember him always telling me that he was, I think he did live in Modesto.
There you go. It's a big city. Like, it was weird for me.
You like Cali, though?
Cali was awesome.
It's just, I feel like I've always thought like the price, man.
Yeah,
the price has got to be.
It just depends how you decide to live.
Right.
If you have roommates and stuff, it's doable.
Probably not that bad.
Yeah, and then like I wasn't like in the city, so it wasn't like super expensive. But it was weird out there. Like you couldn't find a full-time job. It was like everybody hired part-time. So all my friends had like 3 part-time jobs.
Was there a lot of people where you were at?
Yeah, our city was huge. Like. And this was different for me because, like, when you play sports around here, it's like Maryville versus Chesterton but all their sports were in the same city because they had, like,
all
10
the kids
high
were
schools in Modesto. It was just huge. And so, like, you literally just, like, drove 2 minutes down the road.
Isn't that funny, though? Like, for us, that's huge. But for people that live in, like, Chicago or New York, it's like, well, that's not a lot of people.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's not even anybody.
And so it was awesome being out there, like, actually seeing mountains and that, like,
dude. I like the West. I've been out there a couple of times. I love it.
Mm-hmm.
Been to Arizona. I just like the atmosphere and
people like love their coffee and their favorite word is hecka. They say hecka all the time.
Hecka
like,
coffee.
This is hecka cool, and I'm like,
really? They say that?
Yeah, you literally had to try to say that. Like, I don't know.
It's funny. That's good stuff.
They love fashion. All the guys. That's why I love being
different kind of.
Mm-hmm.
They dress different.
Yeah, they're all about fashion, and it was different for me because like around here it's a bunch of mill guys, like tough guys, and out there it's like just people love fashion, and I'm like,
it's weird, ain't it?
I'd show up to like church and any event in like sweatpants and hoodies, and they'd be kind of like looking at me like, "Where's your Timberlands?" And I'm like, I don't know.
I've never really been about that.
Yeah,
I don't know. Maybe it's just how we are out here. I grew up and stuff. I mean, I enjoy Nike and stuff and all that.
Yeah.
Boots, I guess, but I never really got into like the scarves.
Yeah.
I just can't pull it off for one.
Like,
I just can't do it.
Why do you have a beard? I don't know.
They really say that. Nobody's got beards?
Not really.
I mean, I'm sure they do. But
some hipsters.
There's also so many damn people out there. You can't even.
Yeah. Quite a bit.
You're lucky you've avoided these damn wildfires, man. I don't know if they're hitting Modesto, but that shit is crazy.
It was close. I remember driving down the highway and like the whole right side.
You seen it?
Yeah, there was just like trees that were burnt down from like 3 years ago, and nothing's grown.
Damn. Dude.
Yeah.
That's nuts.
Yeah.
So what's up? What's been new, dude? I mean, besides doing the pasture stuff, being a dad, is it just an everyday process or what? Just day to day?
Yeah, day to day. I'm really spontaneous. So like me and my wife will like wake up and like go to Chicago one day. But
really,
we got really big into like videos, and we do a lot of videos.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you about that too, dude. Because that's a lot to do.
Yeah, it's a lot.
And
of
I don't
editing.
think people realize. Yes, because I remember editing process is probably the most.
Oh yeah, like
thing to do. It's just time consuming.
I released a video of like I just filmed my Jeep for like it's like a minute video, but I literally filmed for 20 minutes and I was
edited for what, a couple hours?
Like 9 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it only comes out to a minute or something.
Yeah, and so people like ask me like, hey, I would really like you to do my video, blah blah blah, and I'm like, that's like me telling you to like go to work for 40 hours and do it for free, and I'm like, there's a lot of work. Because I hate saying no to people, but I'm like, there's a lot of work that goes put into this. Like with the family and everything I do, it's kind of hard. It's like my passion.
Do they like? Is it like a? I'm assuming it's like you charge them, obviously, don't you?
Yeah. So I'm focusing on weddings right now, and so that's been really awesome. People have been super responsive, and then we don't do too much on the side, but we kind of do. So yeah, just different.
Is it really just weddings mostly though?
Yeah, we're trying to focus on the wedding.
Anybody hit you up for some like weird stuff? Like, hey man, you want to come over and just film my dog? Like I like playing catch with my dog.
Nothing like that yet. Slow
That's
motion dog.
Yeah, just give me some slow motion dog.
Hey, I really love my 4 cats.
Can you listen? I have like 8 goldfish.
That's awesome.
They're just gonna be. I want them in this video.
Yeah. Yeah, but that's cool, man. Really been it.
I'm glad you like it. Like you said, it's your passion.
Yeah, it's exciting.
It's exciting to wake up every day and probably do it, or just want to do something.
Yeah,
you think about it a lot.
Yeah. What was that?
You think about it a lot.
Oh yeah, everything is almost like, how can I make this into a video?
Sure.
How can I like share this with people? It allows me to express myself. Like I was telling you earlier, in high school, I did sports. I did wrestling, I did baseball, and then I kind of quit those to do football. And I was just, my whole life I was an athlete, and that was kind of like my outlet.
Yeah, that's what you look to.
I expressed myself. People knew me by it. Then when I went to college, like nobody cared about who I was, and I was a nobody. I didn't play sports, and so I kind of picked up rock climbing, and that was super fun.
Was that in Wesleyan?
And yeah, in Wesleyan, they had a rock wall. And
that's cool.
It was awesome.
I didn't know that. I didn't know you did that. Like you actually did it for like a purpose.
Yeah.
You're like, I love it.
No, I actually became like one of the best in like the school and stuff. Cool, it was cool. And so I picked that up, and then if I were to go back, I actually got hired at the rock wall, and then I actually got hired to lead trips around America and take people like kayaking and things like that. But I didn't end up going back.
You didn't do it?
But like, anyways, back to video, like it's just become like something that it's my outlet. It's how I express myself. It's how I share my emotions. One day it'll be about my faith in God. One day it'll be about my Jeep. One day it'll be about something random. It's just how I get what's in my head.
Yeah,
so people can see.
That's the reason like I really wanted to do this podcast stuff too.
Yeah,
it's always something I wanted to do. I've always thought like, man, if I could just say what I feel like saying, or just talk about with other people, just talk about like life experiences or like, anything.
Exactly.
I just like it, dude. I've only been doing it for like 3 days or like 4 days, but I've been waking up and I'm like, dude, what can I talk about with somebody? Who can I get in here and talk about?
Oh, I'm glad you asked me.
I can't wait, man. I want to try to get Alan Ronco.
Yeah?
It's Megan's stepdad.
Cool.
And he's a pretty big artist around like the area. He's on iTunes. He does a lot of stuff. And the cool thing about this setup is I can just pretty much take it anywhere.
Yeah, for sure.
So I asked if I wanted to come to your house. You said you'd be distracted at your house. Is your wife there and the baby?
Yeah, the wife, the baby,
dogs?
My dog.
Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa.
Let's go. She's got like that piercing bark, that like high-pitched bark.
Is it a little dog?
Yeah, it's like she's half coyote, so she's just kind of like...
Oh, she's small.
Yeah, she's so smart, though.
Yeah?
She's the smartest dog I've ever been around.
I like dogs, man.
Yeah.
I'd like to get a dog, but the landlord wants to charge me like $50 for an animal.
Oh, no.
For a cat. Well, I already have one cat, but he doesn't know. I hope he's not listening to this right now.
That's awesome.
Tony, you didn't hear that. I don't have no animals. I don't have fish or nothing. What a weird pet, though, man. Like, dude, I was having this conversation earlier with people, too. Like, I feel like dogs are super smart, but I've also read that they're not conscious.
Oh, yeah?
Like, if they look into a mirror, they don't know it's them. I'm for real. Like they don't know that. Like you ever see them bark and they kind of freak out when they see themselves?
Yeah.
It's because they think it's another dog.
Yeah.
And like it's like they're smart, but they're not smart at the same time. Like you can tell them to sit, fetch, and they like learn things. And I think
muscle memory.
Yeah, and I don't think they learn like. I guess you could say they learn words and they understand things and like pitches, but I think they learn that more off of repetitiveness.
Yeah.
Like if you tell them to stop or sit or you know what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I don't know, but I don't know, man. Dogs are weird. I like cats too. I
Yeah.
got one cat. One of my cats just died actually.
Oh man, I'm sorry.
Oh, it's fine.
I'm a big dog guy. I've never
buried her in the
I
backyard.
think I'm allergic to cats.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Hope you don't start sneezing.
Yeah, it's only when they touch me. I don't know.
No. But yeah, man. I mean, this is really it. I don't know. I guess I'm just gonna keep doing podcasts with people.
Yeah, you need to, man. It's
I don't know.
A good
I
way.
can't. Yeah. I hope it turns into something. I really do.
You can easy. Just keep throwing.
I just
it
gotta
out
get.
there.
I gotta get a little better at editing, and I gotta figure out how to like make, these sound clips, I guess, into videos to put them on YouTube and to put them. Cause I'm just using SoundCloud right now, and it's free. So.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you can't go wrong with that.
Just keep searching YouTube. That's how I got.
Like you said, it took you a long time to do the whole editing process too.
Mm-hmm. At first, I remember my first video because
What was your first video?
I've always been passionate about video, but it was more like film for 6 hours and edit for 10 minutes, and now it's like flip flop. Now it's like film for 10 minutes and edit for 20.
Hours.
You know, and I remember my first video because in California I would make little GoPro videos and use the GoPro app, and they just like sucked. And then my first video was out here with my wife, and it was a recap of my year, and I called it My Year, and it was like everywhere I went in California, and it was just really cool. But I remember it took me like 7 nights of just like staying up all night and like just learning the whole program. I use Adobe.
It's frustrating, man. I bet
It's frustrating. And then like the more I looked on YouTube, I found shortcuts, and now like my editing went
isn't
from
YouTube
like
such a great thing?
Oh yeah,
it's
all
so
day.
great.
I went
can
from
learn
like
anything.
7 days to like 5 hours of editing, you know, and it's. Then I look back and I'm like, dude, I was literally doing everything like,
wrong
manually and like. I don't know.
You could do it so much easier.
Yeah.
You can learn anything on YouTube, man. I learned how to like do oil changes.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
changing tires when I was younger, and just doing anything, anything you can think of. It's awesome.
It's a good resource, that's for sure.
You picked up a guitar. How long did you play? Like, do you still play and mess around or no?
I do. I mess around all the time. I actually learned from Jake and Matt Hill.
Dude, that's. Jake, if you're listening to this, I don't know why you don't message me back on Facebook. You've been talking to me about you've been talking about selling your podcast stuff to me for months, and you'd never reply.
You need to tag him in this podcast.
I should tag him in this. Yeah, I understand he's probably busy though, but it is what it is.
I used to hang out with them all the time in high school.
I like them, man. They're funny.
I loved it. They were funny. Their house was awesome.
Matt lives in Michigan now.
No.
Yeah, dude. He I think he works at the Ford factory in Michigan. Yeah, and I think he does streaming.
What?
For like video games and stuff.
That's so cool.
And
Matt, you're the man.
He's got like, I want to say close to 3,000 followers on YouTube.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, he's working hard.
That's
which is
really
cool, dude.
Cool. Yeah.
I tried to get him on the podcast. And he said he's home. He would message me back, but he might be busy.
That'd be so cool. Yeah, I would go over there all the time, and they just like intrigued me so much because like they had their own instrumental room, like their own like sound. I don't know if it was soundproof or they were working on getting one, but they had their own. They would always make their own music, and I remember this one time Matt was playing the acoustic guitar, and I'm like, dude, that is awesome. And he just like picked it up and he like watched YouTube real quick.
Well, he's been pretty good at like bass too.
He's been good at every instrument
for a while, hasn't he?
Yeah, he'll get on the drums. Like I don't think he's as good as Jake on the drums, but like he just picks up anything.
It's amazing how people are musically talented.
Yeah,
I taught myself how to play guitar.
Really?
Yeah, it took a while. Like at first, and I think honestly, it's kind of weird because I picked up finger picking before I picked up strumming.
What?
Yeah.
There you go.
I don't know why. It's just like I kind of found it. Well, it's this string, this string, this string, and just I don't know. That's one of the first songs I learned was finger picking. I don't remember which song it was.
Matt taught me the 4 chords, and then like
A, G, B, C,
G, E, A, D.
D, yeah, E, A. I forget how they go.
Yeah.
I'm more of a I see that. Like I forget how chords go. Like B minors and like A major. You know what I mean? Like sus 4 or whatever. And
yeah, he taught me those, and then I
it's
just
kind
of
complicated.
3 years later, I kind of still knew.
Dude,
him.
I think it's very good for someone to learn a musical instrument.
Oh yeah.
I do. Dude. I think everybody should learn a musical instrument. It's time consuming, but it's so rewarding. Like when you learn how to play like the song you've always wanted to play, and you're like, damn,
Yeah,
like
for sure.
I've heard this song all the time, and now I can actually like hear it. Me, like I'm making the sound.
Play it, yeah.
It's cool, man.
It's like another outlet for me.
Yeah.
I use it for on our Monday night we do worship, and so that's how I just play guitar.
Yeah.
And my wife sings, but like it's almost like the YMCA for me. Like it was when I go, I'm like, dude, this is awesome. Even though it's $80 a month, even if I went twice, I'm like, dude, this is worth it though. And so it's
the
like
Y
this
is so expensive, isn't
exactly. And so like it's the same thing with guitar. Like there was a lot put into it, but it's like
the Y.
it's so worth it.
Yeah, you still go there?
No, I actually I cancel it during the summer and then I pick it back up in the winter. But now I play flag football and stuff, so I don't really have time.
I know you play in Crown Point, right, in the dome.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Megan was just talking about that. So the dome's pretty big. I've never seen it. I don't know how I've never seen this.
There's 2 domes, so
Is
she
there?
might be thinking of the other dome because there's like the Super Dome.
Yeah.
It's got like I don't know how many fields in there. I think it's got like 4, but I play in like the Family Fun Center. It's off of like Maryville Avenue. It's like a smaller dome.
How many teams go in there throughout? Like it's just in winter, isn't it? Or is there like summer leagues and
There's
stuff?
4 seasons through the year.
You only play in wintertime though?
Not playing all of them.
Do you?
Yeah. So since I've been back, my first team was really bad, but that's when I performed the best. I wouldn't say I performed the best, but I had 8 interceptions the first season, and then the second season I joined the second best team, and I had 3 interceptions, and then
that's still really good.
Yeah, this season.
I think people don't realize how hard it is to.
Yeah, just
3 interceptions is a lot, man.
Fooling the quarterback. It's all about fooling the quarterback.
Reading his eyes.
Yeah.
Reading the play. Were you playing safety still?
Yeah, just making plays and. But now this season I left that team, and made my own team.
Did you? You got a team together?
Yeah, so it's a bunch of guys from Portage. It's really cool. Because
have you played together yet?
Yeah, we are doing really well. We're in 3rd place. It's called the Berkeley Boys. My son's name is Berkeley.
For the son.
Yeah, and
I
so
like that name, man.
Yeah, so it's fun. I play with like Tony Rodriguez and Garrett Austin and Gage Pierman.
Well, I bet everyone's pretty glad that he can't hit no one.
Yeah, but it's pretty physical. It's like blocking and everything,
yeah.
And so he's rushing the quarterback, and we have a really good team.
Is it kind of different going from like more contact to like non-contact?
Yeah.
I feel like you got to slow yourself down a little bit.
It's a lot different from my position because I was good in high school because I was good at hitting people when they went up for passes.
Yeah.
And so now like I can't make as much contact, so I have to like go for interceptions.
Yeah, I was gonna say you kind of gotta like hold yourself back a little bit.
Half my game was taking people's legs out, just like hitting their legs, and they would do a backflip and drop the ball, and so you have to be more skilled, I guess.
Dangerous.
Yeah.
Football is such a dangerous sport, dude.
I'm debating if I'm gonna put Berkeley in
football,
like contact football. I know flag football for sure.
You know what? Honestly, I think a lot of people think that too, and I've even thought that. But I feel like the more like when he's able to play, hopefully by then they'll have like
solutions,
helmets and like pads that are better. Because I mean, it's only gotten better from here on out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. The game's evolving, that's for sure.
It evolves it's a good thing, but it's also like a bad thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Because the previous records, it's like they're not really reliable anymore because you can't break them because the game's so different. It's like when Michael Jordan
can't
played.
Hit nobody.
Yeah.
Can't do nothing.
There was fouls all the time when Jordan played, but now they call a technical whenever LeBron falls on the ground.
Yeah.
So
it's real physical back then, dude.
Mm-hmm.
LeBron and Jordan, who do you think's better?
Jordan. Let's go.
It's so weird because like when they won 91, 92, 93, right?
I don't know.
Or something like that. They won like I don't remember how it was.
3 in a row or 3.
They won. I want to say the 3 in a row was 5, 6, and 7 or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
But like winning that, I was only like 5 years old. I remember watching a game.
Do you?
I do remember watching a game with Michael Jordan, and that's just because like my cousins. It's funny because they're from California.
Really?
They're from Northern California, and they drove all the way here. They used to drive here, or where I used to live in Black Oak. They drive to my grandma's house like every like summer, maybe for like summer vacation.
Yeah.
When my cousin was out of school and stuff, and I just remember watching Jordan one time, and I don't really remember too much. Mm-hmm. But my point is that like it's different living through something. and watching it happen. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
Like you're watching probably one of the greatest basketball players ever, like LeBron.
Steph Curry. Let's go.
You're watching it happen.
Yeah.
And for us, you're like, a lot of people like younger kids too, younger than me. They'll say like, oh, LeBron's the best. He's amazing. I've never, you know what I mean? But you can watch Jordan highlights all you want, but I'm pretty sure until you see something happen for your own self, like real time, it's like, damn, dude.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
So like, I don't know. I feel like if you're not in the age, and like I'm not really in the age, so I kind of have like my arguments and opinions. But if you're a lot younger and you've only ever seen LeBron play basketball, it's like, you can't really talk. You've never seen
biased,
it happen.
yeah.
It is. It's very
more
biased. Popular opinion, man.
Yeah. I remember watching. It's different, but Steph Curry. When we lived in California, we went to a Golden State game, and it was awesome. Yeah.
I heard the stadium's crazy.
Dude, it's so cool how they went from being terrible and having ugly colors to like evolving their team into like neon colors and building it around Steph Curry. It was fun watching him just shooting half court shots and draining them. I don't know. He's an athlete, that's for sure.
I don't know, man. So what else you do? I just live day by day, man.
Yeah.
I go to work.
Exactly.
Come home, eat a little bit. I don't drink too much anymore.
No?
No, man, I don't know. I mean, every time I do drink, I just feel sick. I don't like it. Yeah. I get super tired, and I mean, every once in a while I'll go all out and go drink with my buddies and stuff, but I don't like going home and getting the spins when I go to bed or trying to wake up in the morning, and so I've been going to the gym a lot more, and
there you go.
It feels good, dude. It does. It feels good waking up and having more energy and
exactly
just doing that. But like, well, do you go to the gym at all ever? You just play your football and stuff, don't you?
I used to go to the gym, but when I first came back, I was like in a softball league and a football league and played basketball all the time, like with
keeps you active.
Yeah, and so I'm very active, and I'm just. I'm not saying I'm old or anything, dude, but like...
I mean... How old are you now? Are you 20?
23.
3? Okay.
Yeah, and when you have like a wife and kid, you just don't want to get injured. And so my injuries I've had have been through workouts. So.
I'm surprised the dad bod hasn't hit you yet.
No, it won't come. I eat all the time. Everybody said when I went to college, you're going to get the freshman 15, and
I gained some weight.
Did you?
I did, dude. I didn't go to like college, but I went to like IUN.
Yeah.
And dude, the Red Hawk strips were so good. Man. Their chicken strips were good, bro. So I would go there every morning or every lunch. Yeah. Break, like, yo, give me the 6-piece.
Yeah.
I just loved it.
I had the 4-a-day meal plan. And like,
you actually did something like that.
Yeah, so I ate like breakfast, lunch, dinner, and then there was a thing called fat meal, and it was like you went into the buffet place after 11 p.m. and you ate breakfast.
So they actually kind of gave you a meal plan.
Yeah.
So did you get to pick your food, or they already had food picked for you?
Dude, it was awesome. It was one of the most beautiful schools I've ever seen.
Really?
But, like they had.
Where was it at?
Indiana Wesleyan. It's right by Ball State.
Okay.
Marion, Indiana. But yeah, they had like this student center, and it had like Chick-fil-A, it had Chinese, it had this Subway place, it had Mexican food, it had a buffet, it had like the #1 coffee shop around. And
you like coffee?
I hate coffee.
Do you really?
I think that's the reason why I'm still skinny, because I just
don't drink coffee.
I don't drink it all the
coffee,
time.
Man. I love.
Do you?
Oh, I love it.
I drink double chocolate chip frappuccinos, and that's about it. And
that's not coffee, is
no
it?
Coffee at all.
I guess it's not caffeine. I guess it tastes like coffee, right?
It's good, whatever it is. The more whipped cream, the better. But yeah, I haven't been able to gain weight. I've tried, dude. You know.
I have a pretty good metabolism. I mean, I do. If I get really fucking lazy, I'll gain weight.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I think 2-3 years ago, I was at like I was close to 200. I was like 200 or something, but it was kind of a nasty 200.
Was it?
Yeah. Like I'm like 190. Like right now, I weighed myself at the gym like a week ago. I think I was 190.
But you're muscle.
But I'm not like a nasty fucking 190.
Yeah.
I'm more of a healthy and. Doing lawn care and stuff and landscaping, dude.
It just naturally comes.
Yeah, like dude. It gives you. It is a farmer build, man. That's really what you want to call it.
Exactly, and like
lifting bricks and wood and trees, and it really helps me stay in shape.
And I think the downfall for like me not being able to gain weight also, like whenever I do work out, like there's been times I've worked out like 6 months.
Muscle mass?
Yeah, like I can't get bigger. I'm just strong, you know. Like
that's all right though.
There's a difference between strength and like being huge.
At least you're not a juice head turkey.
What? Just get
like Gregor would say.
You're
a juice head turkey.
Yeah, and so like I can't get big and I can't gain weight.
You know what? You're not. I feel like you're not one of those people either that kind of just like you know. I don't want to say like post things on social media because we all post things on social media.
But I feel like about my baby all the time.
Yeah, but I feel like there's. I guess if you want to talk about like a lifting, working out aspect, a lot of people do that. They post about their workout regimen.
Yeah.
And I think it's a good thing. You want to motivate people and stuff, but I think a lot of people do it the wrong way.
Yeah.
I think they make people feel bad. They don't mean to.
Yeah.
But they do. They're like, you know, I get up every day and you know, I push myself and I've changed my life and you know what I mean, instead of like being, it's like a humble brag almost.
Yeah,
I guess you could say
it's the Facebook image too. Like,
it is a Facebook image, man. I think people do a lot of things just for publicity
to portray themselves as something they're not.
Yeah.
You know,
like, are you actually really happy with the way you look or you know what you have or do you want other people to be happy for you? That's my whole thing. Like, I think a lot of people just want other people to look at them and be like, "Hey, man, you know, you're doing good in life, or you're doing well. I seen you got a new car, you know, which is fine."
I've met some of the most depressed people that are like that. You know,
like rich. You should say,
like people that
more money, more problems.
You know, people that. Even like I've seen marriages where like we see it all the time. People get married and they're like, "Oh, my marriage is the best." Blah blah blah. Like I love my family, and then
they post stuff all the time.
You hang out with them and like they're like arguing and bickering, and I'm like, dude, like
you're not like this. This is not you.
Take it easy. You know.
I think that's another huge thing too with relationships on social media. I think it's the worst. It's probably the worst.
Yeah.
People saying they're super happy and like.
It's good to do once in a while.
It is.
You know?
I don't really ever post about Megan.
Yeah.
I don't. It's just because I don't need to prove to anybody that I like her or that I want to be with her.
Yeah.
I think that's what a lot of people do. They get in a relationship and they're like, you know, I don't know if it's because they want to show someone else they're happy or if they want to be, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or, I don't know. I don't know, man. It's a weird thing that fucking people do.
Yeah.
Maybe this net neutrality thing is not a bad idea. Maybe we should just do it and then I won't have to listen to anybody.
Yeah.
But then probably there goes the podcast.
Yeah, no more podcast. No more studio. Yeah, but I do it once in a while.
That's fine. That's okay.
Hannah asked me like when we first started dating. She's like, "You never put on Facebook
Megan,
that we're dating."
Megan's done that before. You don't post stuff with us, but well, because I just like you.
Yeah,
I like you.
It's a good assuring thing for them for sure. And I'm not that kind of guy. Like I do post stuff all the time. Don't get me wrong, but like I'm not like a mushy guy. Yeah, it's always been hard for me.
Well, I've changed more than I gotten older, I guess. Yeah. I honestly think once you hit like 22, 21, you really start, I don't know, man, I think you start changing as a person.
Yeah.
You do. And I know, you know, and I always thought when I was 18 or 19, I'm like, I'm mature.
Yeah.
Like I'm fine. I can do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like, I got this. And
you look at 18 and 19
now and you're like, was I like that? Was that me? Was that me? Like high school kids, I see high school kids. I'm like, was I that douchey? Like, was I really like that? But yeah. I don't know, man. I think it's just, I don't know if it's a maturity thing or just a mental thing. Or it's interesting though.
Yeah, priorities have a lot to do with it too. Like when I was 18, you know, I was all about me and what I wanted to do, and you know my passions. And now that
you are still. I guess you could say in a way we're still like that.
Yeah,
but
there's like a balance now, especially like when you get married and have a kid. Like things change, you change.
I'm
like,
sure it's changing
your
a lot.
Environment change, like, and then you start to look like, what is life all about? Like what. You know, what gets me up in the morning? What am I living for? Like, I have 100 years to live. Like, why am I here in the first place? At least,
maybe.
Yeah, exactly. We'll see. So, you know, I've found myself, like, when I was most depressed and stuff, like, what is my purpose in life? Like, why am I even here? Like, in California, I had, like, two parts of my California. I had, like, the pastor part, and then when I got married... I couldn't do pastoring for free, so I got in the car business, and I was making a lot of money. You know.
I remember you saying that.
Yeah,
I
was
selling
making
cars and stuff.
Yeah, I was making anywhere from like $4,000 to $5,000 a month, sometimes $6,000, and like making
how much you sell. I'm assuming.
Yeah, based on commission and bonuses and stuff.
Right.
And like me and my wife, we had our own place. We traveled like every other weekend all around California, but it just got to a point where we sat down and we're like, this isn't what this isn't what our purpose is in life. Like we're not doing as much for God that we want to do. We're not as happy as we want to be, and you know, we don't necessarily need all this money. And so we came back home, and like right now I live with my dad and we're starting our own business. But like,
you're happy.
I remember I would set up dates with her, and then I would have to work overtime, and I was just like so sad. I'm like, dude, like I don't get to see my wife at all. Like, I'm not living to work. I'm not living to do what I don't want to do. And so
what's it matter when you go?
What was that?
Like when you're done, like you worked your whole life away
for what? You know,
for what?
You're
to show off.
Exactly.
To show off you got all this money, you got this boat. That's what I'm saying, man. It's just not worth it.
Yeah.
and I understand why people like, you know what though? I guess if you can find a passion that you like and it makes good money, good for you.
Do it.
Good for you, dude.
Yeah.
Like, you hit a double whammy.
Yeah.
You hit a double whammy, dude. You get to go do what you love and make a lot of money.
Yeah.
But whatever. Like I'm not opposed to working in the mill because I like manual labor. I don't know why. I just do. I do, man. I like manual labor. I like being like sometimes just going out there getting dirty and just coming home and be like, damn, dude, I worked pretty hard today. I got some shit done. But like at the same time, like, you know, I mean, I've gone through my depressing stuff too, man. Like I'm about to be 25 in July. And, you know, I kind of think, I'm like, damn, dude, what have I really done? Like, have I even done anything with my life? Like, why don't I have a house? Like, why don't I, like, have, like, a super, like, nice car? Or why don't I have all this stuff? And, you know, you see stuff, and it messes you up, man, especially when you look on social media and you see other people that have all this stuff. They're married or they have a house and they're 26. And you're kind of like, am I messing up? You know what I mean? But I think, you know, you can't think like that. Like, everybody goes through life at a different pace.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, not everybody's gonna be rich and have a lot of money. There's people that are gonna be not poor, but less wealthy or less well off, I guess you could say. But, you know, if you wake up every day, dude, and you're like, you know what, man? Today's gonna be fucking cool.
This is gonna be awesome day. Let's go.
Today, like, I like what I have, man. I have a guitar. I get to play. I still play Xbox like a child.
Let's go.
But I get to hang out with my friends. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just hang out with my girlfriend and my cat. And
it's all about the cat.
I like coming home, man. I do. I also like going to work and work with my friends. And I don't live a bad life, dude.
Yeah.
But I don't make a lot. But hopefully one day I'll have a house and I have some.
For sure. I've made 1/4 of what I made in the car business, and I am 10 times happier.
Yeah, it doesn't matter about money, man.
See my wife all the time. I come home 5 times a day during work and see my kid. You know, that's why, you know, I'm pursuing what I want to do. I'm pursuing video. I think, you know, in the next 2 years it will be full time, and I get to create content and help people.
You'll do good, man. You're already doing good. And the thing is, even if we don't make it, we tried. I can look back and be like, dude, like, I tried to do what I like to do. Just didn't happen.
Yeah. And some people don't do that. They just do.
Like, oh, I can't do it.
What makes money for them.
What makes money all the time.
And
what brings home the bills.
Exactly. And I was around people in the car business that were on, like, their 4th wife. And, like, their kids are, like, super big into drugs and stuff, and they can't handle them because they never see them.
Sure.
You know, and I'm like, that's not what I want. I don't want to be making over $100,000 a year and be on my 3rd wife, and my kids hate me and miss all their sporting events. I'm like, dude, I want to be a football coach. I want to do things for God. I want to
That's what
do
it is,
all
man.
this stuff.
Find something you want to do in life and then do it, I guess.
Exactly.
I'm not one to be like, well, you're a good motivator, man. You got a lot of stuff behind you. Like, you've went out and you've done the stuff.
I appreciate
You've done the football stuff. You went out to Cali. You tried it. You know, you've for pasture. You've come back. I mean, you are, man. I mean, you're a good person. So I wanted you to come on.
Yeah.
And I hope I get a lot more people that want to come on here. But
you will.
it's just I woke up one. I've always wanted to do podcasts. I've always wanted to sit down with people, dude, and just
This
talk
is awesome.
talk about stuff.
Like I was saying, only you would wake up.
I've
and be
always
like, dude,
I've kind of wanted to do it because I listen to Joe Rogan a lot.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, man, guy's super smart, and he's probably one of the, I guess you could say like a motivator type idol person for something like this, and McGregor is also another idol person for me, and not because he's just rich and famous dude, but for what the dude came from and like how he portrays himself, how he portrays himself. He loses, he's humble, and victory, defeat. He's just a good person, man. Loves his wife, loves his kid. Just does what he'd like to do. But that's all it is, man. If this never happens, but so be it. Yeah. But I woke up and I went out and I was like, you know what? Fuck this. Like, I'm going to buy a microphone today. Yeah. I'm going to buy a microphone. I'm going to figure this out. Yeah. Like, what else am I going to do today? Am I going to sit around and just do nothing, or am I going to maybe change my life?
That's awesome. Who knows, man. Dude? That's awesome. I can look back this last 3 months, like, really pursuing this video thing. There's been times where we've had, like...
You got some cool stuff, too.
Dude, thanks.
Like, I've seen the stuff with the wedding, and it was pretty cool.
Yeah, I'm trying, man. And it's crazy, because, like, I didn't have, like, the best camera in the world. It was kind of just, like...
Yeah, I know. I thought about getting a camera, too, eventually, for the podcast.
It's honestly who's behind the camera and the amount of work you put into it, because, like, I had not the best camera in the world, but, like, I made things happen.
You gotta start somewhere.
Exactly, and, like, people think, like, I would get, like, sad sometimes, because I'm like, dude, this person's starting to do, all this stuff that I do, and... Like, they already have all the good stuff. Yeah. And, like, it would kind of bring me down. I'm like, dude, I wish I had that stuff.
Yeah. That's exactly the same thing, like I said, for houses and people.
Exactly. And going back to what I was saying, the last 3 months, like, me and Hannah had, like, good amounts of savings that we just cleared out to invest into our business. Yeah. And, like, we never lived paycheck to paycheck. Like, we always had
money saved up.
$1,000 emergency money, a couple grand in the bank just in case. And, we always lived kind of comfortable. And now it's just like, let's clear it out. Next paycheck, let's clear it out and just.
But you know what, man? Sometimes you gotta take risk.
Yeah, exactly.
If you never take a risk, man, it can never happen.
It's gonna pay off. It's not now, but I don't want to be working pest control. I don't want to be living with my dad. I want to invest now while my kid's 3 months old. So when he's 4 years old, like, he doesn't have to be like, why are we living with your dad? You know?
Exactly, man. Risk you doing stuff like that changes people too. It'll change you.
Yeah. And a lot of my influencers, like, aren't just like Christian people. Like, they're like guys that travel on YouTube and they make these like sick travel videos. Cool. Like, I'm in the wedding business, and like the wedding videos that I watch, they're kind of like all the same and lame and like boring. And I'm like, dude, I want my wedding videos to be like this guy's travel video, like all these cool transitions and all this stuff happening. You're like, dude, how did he do that?
You ever think about doing like more than just wedding videos? Have you thought about doing your travel stuff? Or
ultimately that's my goal. Like, wedding videos are just where the market is right now. People will pay a couple grand for a wedding.
It's a big market.
Yeah, and so if that's like our foundation, like right now I'm getting into like Jeep commercials and like things like that, but evidently I want to do, there's a thing called spoken words, where it's like poetry about like your faith and stuff, and like I want to be able to travel, like when my wife's big into like mission work, so like she goes like Nicaragua and Guatemala and like all these different places and like brings the gospel to people that have never heard it, and I want to be that guy that like travels and documents it and like fires people up about it, where they're like, dude, cool, dude, let's go. That is really cool. And so,
and it's cool seeing like a finished product.
Yeah,
I think it's kind of, I know like the editing process and stuff is like exhausting and just working up to it, but when you're done, you're like, yeah, that was awesome.
For sure, man.
I'm doing it good.
And I've never been somebody to watch TV. I was always in the video games, but like...
Me too. I don't really watch a whole lot of TV, man. I don't know why. I just never have. When I was younger, when I was a kid, I feel like, it's different, but you're a kid.
Yeah, exactly.
But...
And so, like, the amount of time that people put into watching TV, like... I see that as...
I can put this in...
I'm going to put this into something that I care about. And so, like, the editing is, like... It's cool. Like, I kind of enjoy it, like, because you just throw clips on and then you're like, how can I make this better? How can I capture the audience? Because it's all about building emotion, and it's not just about video, but it's about audio. Sure. And so if there's like a video of a Jeep, like, you throw in a Jeep sound. If there's a video of a bird, you throw in a bird sound.
Yeah, there's so many like aspects and stuff you can do. I mean, you could play with everything. I feel like sound bites or whatever. visuals or
Yeah.
scenes, or I mean, there's just a whole world you could do, and you only get better at it with time.
Yeah.
At first, I know, because like right now, I get frustrated. I'm sitting here, I'm like, damn, dude, like I don't even know how to do this. Like this isn't good enough. And I sit there. Like the other day, I was sitting here I was just looking at like loops of just sounds of like just guitars or whatever, and just trying to throw things together to make like a little intro like music for the podcast. And I'm like, damn, like I don't like this. And I go back, I do it again, and I just get frustrated. I'm sitting here for like 2 hours.
Yeah.
But that's 2 hours I probably was gonna be doing nothing.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So like, I guess just why not? You know?
Yeah. For sure, man. That's awesome that you're doing this again.
I'm excited.
Do you got a robe on right now?
I do have a robe
Dude.
on. I've just been chilling all day in this robe.
That's so awesome.
I was gonna get ready, but lazy Sunday.
Yeah.
You know? It's kind of, we were talking in front of the mic at first. I think like you were a little nervous at first.
Who, me?
Yeah.
Dude,
But you talk in front of people all the time.
Yeah, I was kind of cold.
Were you? My house is cold.
Yeah.
My house is cold. For some reason, I don't know why.
Even
my
when
house has always been pretty cold, but I like it cold.
Yeah.
And I get used to it.
And then you just put a blanket on.
Yeah.
And even when I speak in front of people, I make sure I'm super warm, so I'll have like three a couple jackets
probably
on.
helps a little bit.
No, yeah, and it allows me to like, all right, get comfortable.
I'm fine. I'm chill. I feel good.
Yeah, and so with this, I was kind of nervous because you asked me yesterday, and I'm like, dude, am I gonna get put on the spot? Is he gonna ask some crazy questions? Like,
no, man, it's not like a crazy thing. It's just
gonna
talking.
be nuts, and so
no, I don't have I don't use look. You're looking here. I have nothing. I have a microphone, a laptop, and some coffee.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't have anything planned out. I don't know. I don't know. Just talking to people. It's easy.
Yeah, for sure. It's been fun, man.
Cool, dude. Are you happy?
I am happy. Right. I'm glad I got to do this.
I'm glad you got to come on and do it.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, I guess we'll wrap it up.
For sure, man.
I mean, I don't know what else here to talk about. We keep going, but I like your glasses.
Thanks, man. I've had these for a couple
I need to wear glasses, but I have bad vision.
You have bad vision?
I can't see far away.
Oh, really?
No. I can see close up, but you wear contacts?
Mm-hmm.
Props to you.
Yeah.
I can't, dude. If anything's in my eye, don't like it. Don't like it at all. I don't like it. I don't even like people touching my face.
That's awesome.
It's weird. Thanks, buddy.
Yeah, man.
I love you. It's good seeing you.
Yeah, good seeing you too, honestly.
This is it, though. That's TommyVardaman. All right. See ya.